Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for September 5th to 17th. We're going to first talk about still a very dangerous hurricane, Dorian, which has come down in strength somewhat. And this is probably due to upwelling because of the slow movement. And as it stays over the same area for a long time, it causes the cooler waters from the bottom to lift up to the top. Also, it keeps raining over the same spot. That also cools the ocean, and that because you know that hurricanes need warm, moist conditions, warm waters to intensify. It's come down a little bit in strength. This is the current position as of 5 p.m. So I don't have the latest one right now, but it is 26.8 north, 78.4 west. Maximum sustained winds are 145, and it's a Cat 4, and you can see it's about stationary now. But if you take a look here at the latest track, it looks like it's might be starting to make a move to the northwest. The ridge to the north of Dorian, which has been staring at most of the time, has weakened some, and there is a little bit of a northwestward jog. So this, you can see here we have tropical storm warnings here, hurricane warnings here, and hurricane watches to the north. So we have now the tropical storm force winds are approaching the coast of Florida now. And I don't have the radar picture, but we're going to take a look at the latest satellite picture. This is the current geo color, and you can see the eye is still there. There is some clouds in the middle of it. That's also a sign of weakening, but keep in mind it's still a very dangerous storm. Now, most of the models bring it up parallel on the coast and then up towards the northeast, and you can see, we'll take a look at back at this graphic here. This has been the general trend. So when we look at the trends of the spaghetti models and all the other models, this has been the trend. See, it comes up just along the coast. This is the official track, but anywhere in here the storm can go to the right, be along this cone area or outside this cone, or here or outside further to the west. So we go further to the north, and you can see the track comes up across southern Delaware, or no, southern Maryland, it looks like, and parts of Virginia. So anywhere in here could be in a threat. Even up towards the New York City area, they're expecting rain, maybe rain, some rain, the outer fringes, and some wind. Maybe. That's a big maybe, because it depends. Like if the storm keeps on this trend to the east, it'll be less wind and rain to the north, and if it goes further west, it could be more wind and rain. Sorry to sound wishy-washy, but that's just exactly how it is. So the Eastern Canada trough, we're going to have a trough over Eastern Canada, and this will cause Dorian to move northeast near the east coast, and Dorian will bring heavy winds, strong winds, flooding, and storm surge to parts of the southeast late this week. And across the remainder of the nation, rainfall will be limited, with the exception being the northwest, as the trough moves into the region and then into the Central Plains over the weekend. Okay, we're going to talk about the period for September 8th to the 12th. I'm going to go back to the maps. I want to go back to show the movement. Okay, this is different models that we have here. This is the GFS, well known as the American model. Oh, it's not working. Is this the GFS? It's not working. Okay. Okay, here we go. A little bit. Okay, let me try to see if I can get this to work. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the GFS. You can see how it is just along the coast, and then gets to the Carolina coast, and then moves out. Then, okay, this is GFS again, so I don't have the European, but that's what the GFS, but the models are in pretty good agreement showing this movement. Okay, now getting back to the forecast. This is for September 8th to 12th. We have a ridge that forecasts over Alaska and Western Canada, Southern Plains and the Rockies, and we have a trough over Eastern Canada and the Northeast. So models in good agreement with this. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting, and I don't have the maps up. Bear with me. Just bear with me. I had a little technical difficulties. That's why I'm so late. It's actually around almost 8 o'clock. But how to redo this forecast over again. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures for this region here in the orange and yellows, and forecasting the anomalies of 48 degrees above normal, below normal temperatures here in the blues, and I'm forecasting the anomalies of 2 degrees below normal for precipitation. Calling for above normal precipitation for much of this area here. Probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. And then we have below normal precipitation for much of this area, and a probability of occurrence is 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for September 13th to 17th. And we have a trough forecast over the northwest. You can see it's starting to come in a little bit here, a weak trough. And we have a ridge across the southern U.S. You can see better, and some of the models are deeper. Here's our ridge across the southern U.S. So overall, in good agreement. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures for portions of the northwest, and forecast anomalies of 2 degrees below normal, and then we have above normal temperatures for much of the nation here. The remainder of the nation with anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees above normal, and for precipitation, calling little change in the overall precipitation anomalies from the previous period. So going back to Dorian, as of, I don't know why I didn't update, it's still at 5 p.m., 26.8 north, 74.8 west. Maximum sustained winds are 145 miles per hour, Cat 4, and it's nearly stationary, but it might be starting to take, I was looking at other data, might be starting to take a little bit of a northwest turn. And we'll go back to the satellite picture. You see how the sun goes down. Here's the lights down the Florida coast. Still near the Bahamas, battering them with strong winds, heavy rain. So that's it for now, and have a good day.